What's going on, guys? This is the Red Rogue, and I hope you're all doing well today. In this video, we'll be talking a little about Soul Cinders, the acquisition of them, and how Blizzard is finally fixing one of the most needlessly time-gated things related to legendary crafting. Soul Cinders, for anyone who hasn't played recently, is a new currency introduced in patch 9.1 Chains of Domination. It's earned from a variety of sources, but its primary source is from running Layer 8 and higher of Torghast Tower of the Damned. Soul Cinders are used for two things: when upgrading or crafting a legendary piece of gear up to rank 5 or 6, or to purchase alloy warping facetors from Bonesmith Airmere and Korthia once you've done a bit of the Chains of Domination campaign. Frankly, the most annoying thing about Soul Cinders is that currently, in patch 9.1, you have a very finite amount of ways and the amount you can even earn each week. For people with one character and maybe one spec you like to focus on, then it's kind of a non-issue, since unless you want like every legendary you can make at rank 6, then you'll probably have enough Soul Cinders to spare. However, at least currently if you, play multiple specs and each one needs a couple different legendaries, then you'll find yourself stuck with a lot of 235 rank 4 item level legendaries for a lot of situations, because you literally can't earn enough Soul Cinders to upgrade them all. What compounds this issue further is for people with multiple characters that they like to play, or even just getting a fresh level 60 character caught up with all the new content, only to remember you're also stuck waiting weeks just to upgrade your legendaries due to the time-gated nature of Soul Cinders. Well, I have some good news for you if you've been in any of these situations in patch 9.1. Coming with patch 9.15, not only are all sources of Soul Cinders being greatly increased, but you'll also be able to farm Torghast for as many Soul Cinders as you want, instead of only earning Soul Cinders from your first run of any given wing. Completing a Layer 12 wing, for example, will net you a hearty 350 Soul Cinders per one in patch 9.15, meaning in 5 runs, you'll have enough Soul Cinders to upgrade or craft a rank 6 legendary, something that would have normally taken you about 3 weeks to accomplish on live servers with the prior version of Soul Cinder currency farming. You'll also be getting way more Soul Ash at the same time, as there's no longer going to be a diminishing return after your first run of that wing and floor level in Torghast. This all adds up to a much faster way of crafting legendaries that you might not have had time to try before with how time-gated and limited Soul Cinder acquisition was. Though on low population servers, legendary armor might still be a bit on the pricey side, despite the soon-to-be abundance of Soul Cinders. For me personally though, I'm more interested in being able to spam Torghast runs so I can buy my alloy warping facetors from Bonesmith Airmere, which allows players to socket their helmet, neck, bracers, belt, or rings as long as they don't currently have a socket on them or are domination socketed and were earned during Shadowlands Season 2. Still pretty lame that you can't socket domination gear, and maybe that'll change too, but I haven't heard anything about it just yet. To be able to purchase an alloy warping facetor from Bonesmith Airmere, you will need to be exalted with Death's Advance, which is the new faction located in Korthia. But this does give players a pretty fast and farmable way to put sockets on gear, that way you can get a little extra damage and healing output, which is always nice. This is honestly a pretty unexpected and welcome change, as Blizzard has been on this consistent path of time-gated limited currencies being necessary for player progression for quite a while. I hope this is a sign of maybe things in future patches not being quite as restrictive, as one of the big draws to an MMORPG, at least for me, is grindable and repeatable content for rewards, so making a currency or anything really like Soul Cinders that's so hindered on a weekly reset never really felt appropriate to me. And maybe they'll do something about Shards of Domination while we're at it, but that's a topic for another video. That, and it's honestly really lame and annoying when you make a fresh ult and literally can't do anything about the fact that you just can't earn enough Soul Cinders in a reasonable time manner to catch up. As I've actually spent a bit of time leveling some characters this patch, which is something I don't normally do, and it's honestly been a little disheartening to finally get to endgame and remember all the things that you have to do just to be even adequately prepared. Maybe that's just me, I've never really been an ult person, so going through the same steps that I've already done just feels a bit less enjoyable the second or third and eventually fourth time once I get around to another character. Regardless, this is a pretty awesome change coming soon, and I hope you all enjoyed the video and are as excited for it as I am. If you did enjoy the video, then please consider leaving a like, a comment, or maybe even checking out the rest of the channel. I'll be covering quite a lot of patch 915 PTR stuff, and rogue stuff too if you just so happen to be one of those yellow dots blipping around the Shadowlands. As always, my appreciation and gratitude to all of my viewers and especially my patrons, who all help make these Shiba Shenanigans possible. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the Red Rogue, and I'll see you guys around.